This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
You are looking live at the historic Great Plains Coliseum in Lawton, Oklahoma, as the third annual Great Plains Invitational continues on day number 2. I'm Rylan Stiles. Alongside me is Jason DeSilver. What a night for basketball. It'll start this afternoon with Eisenhower taking on the Oklahoma City Storm. And then in the nightcap, it'll be the semifinal action, which is Lawton High against MacArthur, and then Newcastle facing Tulsa Memorial. For right now, we're seeing two teams that lost in day 1, but trying to make their way through the consolation side of the bracket. We're about set for basketball as Eisenhower's wearing all white with baby blue numbering, OKC Storm in their navy and gold. Jason, what a game this will be.
Yeah, two teams yesterday who definitely had bright spots at times throughout the day. Just couldn't get the job done in the end. Both teams looking to advance into tomorrow's fifth place game and still play for a trophy here at the Coliseum.
The OKC Storm will start Matt Mason, Zeke Waller, Israel Fugit, and Lalil El Jing. Eisenhower, on the other hand, will have Kendall Trell, Dante Nolan, Monty Simpson, Cliff Mayberry in their first 5. The ball is tipped, and here we are. OKC Storm controls it, as Mayberry defends on an island for Eisenhower. OKC Storm skips the ball around the perimeter, tosses it outside, hauled in. The ball continues to fizz around. Open corner shooter, not looking there. Goes inside instead. Turnaround jumper, good. First points of the game on the board for the OKC Storm on their first offensive possession. Ball controlled by Tyrrell. Ball skips back over to Mayberry, and it gets back in the corner up top, stolen away by the Storm. The Storm play the passing lanes perfectly, go coast to coast on the finger roll, hacked in the act, and he'll head to the charity stripe. Brought to you by Trey Can Cut It. The Trey Can Cut It charity stripe. Scan the QR code and book your next appointment with Trey Cut It. Why haven't you let Trey cut it where appointments prevent disappointments? First foul of the afternoon on Simpson. First one no good. Creighton Harrell at the line. Eisenhower with an early sub. Brings in Devon Howard. Trying to split the difference and make it a 3-point lead. Can't do it off the back iron. Rebound pulled down by the Eagles at Simpson, who committed the foul. Tosses it over to Tyrrell, trying to break the Storm's full court press. They do. They play catch around the perimeter, now get the reset in the half court. Simpson gets it down low. And the freshly entered the game Howard fouled. Should be on the floor. Eisenhower will inbound from below the bucket with Nolan. Nolan gets it inside to Howard. Howard now goes back outside. Euro stepping to the lane, into the corner for 3. No, off the front iron. Storm with a rebound. They push the pace with a 2-point lead. Skip pass around the perimeter for 3. Yes! Nothing but nylon on the Trey Can Cut It Trey ball. Just like that, a 5-0 run starts the game for the Storm. It was Harlan who knocked it down after going 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Eisenhower skips the ball around the perimeter, trying to get the ball inside and does. Howard turnaround spin move, kick out three, no. A fancy pass from the big fella who hustles down the long rebound. Eisenhower has a second chance on this possession. Ball moves around the perimeter, now Euro stepping to the lane, loses it on the way up, but it's because of the foul, and that should send Simpson, who has one personal foul against him, to the Trey Can Cut It charity stripe. At the 6:19 mark, already 2 fouls against the Storm. Simpson hits the first. Eisenhower on the board. Trying for the perfect trip to the Trey Cut It charity stripe. Gets it. Eisenhower retaliates with a full-court press of their own after their first made bucket. Allen going to bring the ball up the floor. The man the Storm trusts the most. He hits it ahead, gets it right back on the give and go. To the low block, dump off pass to the big fella, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Eagles. Eagles now push the pace for the first time. Inside goes Simpson. Kick outside for an open three-point look. Up and no good. Off the back iron. Long miss pulled down by Simpson. Simpson jump stop mid-ranger. No. Rebound hauled in. Goes right back up with on the third opportunity, and the third time's the charm for Nolan. Eisenhower within one. Storm goes across the half-court line. Teases a step back. Now goes to the corner. Nolan defending Howland. Trying for the entry pass, can't get it. It's denied. Goes outside instead to their lead guard. Pivoting around in the corner. Skips it ahead to the top of the key. Jump stop jumper. Good. Good finish by El Jang as the Storm push out their lead. Eisenhower plays catch in the backcourt, gets it across the timeline now. Clean look, and now he's going to drive. Floater up, no good. Too strong off the backboard for Turrell. Rebound pulled down by the Storm. They're pushing the pace. The give-and-go action works again. Off the glass, no good. Follow-up, no good. Third time for the Storm here after the rebound. Pivoting around, gets hacked, and he'll head to the charity stripe for another pair of Trey Can Cut It free throws.
Seen both teams doing a really good job so far, crashing the offensive board and creating multiple chances on their possessions.
Zeke Waller hits the first. Eisenhower makes changes again. J.J. Williams along with Sam Durham. So Howard, who's already entered the game off the bench, heads right back to it. He had some nice hustle plays, but you see how deep Eisenhower likes to go, now down 9-4. Eagles again playing catch in the backcourt, and they almost throw it away. A nice recovery for a moment, but Simpson loses it. Hacked on the way up. They're going to call it on the floor as Eisenhower takes the foul to eliminate the transition opportunity, which would have been a clean look for Harlan.
Second whistle on Simpson already here early in this one.
Only 3 more to give. Kick in the corner, Harlan. Pass fake, now goes right back outside the Jang. Jang tries to set everybody up, nursing a 9-4 lead with 4:30 to go. Inside, lob pass down low to Harlan, denied. Taken away by Simpson. Simpson pushes the pace up tempo now across the timeline. No number, so he skips it to the corner for an open three-point look. Loaded up, knocked down. Mayberry responds with a triple. 2-point game. Jang comes across the timeline. Crossover move, get it inside. Kick out to the corner for 3. Loaded up, can't knock it down. Rebound pulled in by Mayberry. Mayberry then loses it back to Jang. Jang one more to Harlan. Harlan no. And the rebound was tipped out of bounds. Looked like off Eisenhower, but they're going to give the Eagles the basketball. And now the Storm head to the bench. So do the Eagles. Bring in Darion Hamilton. Harlan exits the game for the first time. This could be a chance for Eisenhower to make a run without the best offensive player on the floor. Terlin goes up And the Eagles will get into their half-court action now, whizzing the ball around the perimeter, looking for any sort of crease. Hamilton, freshly entered the game, had the ball top of the key, kicks it over to Simpson. One more pass, thought about a long three, thinks better of it. Now going to launch a three, the Eagles are, off the front iron, no good. Rebound pulled in by the big fellow from the Storm. And the Storm have the basketball. Their head coach eagerly wanting the tempo push from Jang. Jang goes inside to the tallest player on the floor. Knifing through the lane, floater up, no good. He follows up his own miss. He can't hit that either. Eagles get the rebound. Eisenhower trapped as soon as they cross the timeline, almost throw it away. Ball still loose for a moment. Mayberry has it. Mayberry throws it away this time. Nobody home. Another Eagle turnover. Jang walks the ball across the timeline. Now sprints his way to the rim, kicks it back out. Harlan back in the game. Tries a triple, can't fall. Rebound pulled down by the Eagles. Get it ahead to Mayberry. Mayberry pushing the pace now. Right through the lane, kick out for three. Clean look. Can't knock it down. Off the front iron, rebound pulled in. And Mayberry watches as, for a moment, it looked like Terrell had a steal. Instead, they're going to call a foul on him. That'll be the fourth citation against the Eagles. And Terrell heads to the bench. Jang brings the ball up, throws it away. Recovered in the corner, trapped down low. Now has to kick the ball back out. Looking for Saunders, the big fella in the post. He wants the ball desperately. They get it to him. He's denied for a moment, but another foul called on Eisenhower. This one will go against Simpson as well. They never put the fourth team foul onto the scoreboard, which is causing the confusion because this should be the fifth, which would mean free throws for the Storm.
They were also 5 points behind as the scoreboard read 9-2 right there in favor of the Storm. So 2 shots. There we go.
And if that foul was given to Nolan, it would only be his first. First free throw from Saunders up and good. The stretch forward with some soft touch at the tray can cut it charity stripe. Second attempt, no good. Can't get the friendly roll. Rebound pulled in by Mayberry. Mayberry tosses it ahead to Nolan. Nolan gets it back inside. Kick to the corner for three. This one's loaded up. Can't knock it down. Long miss goes out to the Storm. It was Eckel on the rebound. Storm thought about a three, thinks better of it. Jang going to drive now. Jang with the floater fading away. No, and it goes in on the friendly roll. So initially it looked like it was going to bounce out. Then the rim gave him an early Christmas gift. Storm pushing out their lead. Eisenhower trying to find anything offensively. Getting into the lane, getting hacked in the act, and it was going to be a pass out to the corner, but they might give them free throws. They do not. Can't fool these officials. Under the basket will be Nolan to trigger in the inbound. And he does so off the foot of his own man. Turnover for the Eagles. Looking for Mayberry on the cut. Good idea from Nolan. But a fastball to the feet, hard to get. Could have been 2 easy points for the Eagles, who try to deny the inbound. The Jane can't do it. They trapped him, and he gets the ball away. Hot potato now up the court. Over to Saunders. Saunders thought about a three. Thinks better of it. Lets the slip screen now drifting toward the paint. Big fella now flashes at the top of the key. Wants the basketball, not getting it yet. Still wants it now in the low post. Has his man sealed off. They won't get it to him. Here's a three instead. Eckel, no. Long miss. Hustles from the Storm. They get it. Elbow jumper, no good. Ball tapped out of bounds. Eagles think that they were the last touch, and they were, as they were trying to hustle down that rebound. Storm keep it. Howard comes back into the ball game. The Energizer Bunny down low for the Eagles. Inbound to Jang with 1:13 to go. ball works around the perimeter. Saunders still wants it, working on Howard. Jane goes inside, driving kick, ball loose. Eisenhower taps it out of bounds. And so the deflections causing disruptions, but not yet a turnover. Matt Mason, the starting guard, back in the contest. He'll try to drive. Now kick to the corner. They want Saunders again, denied. Mason now going to drive himself. Kick to the corner for a clean look. Taken away with a nice recovery. Going inside, hook shot, no good from Eckel. Rebound pulled down momentarily by the Storm, then batted out of bounds by the Eagles. Just 40 seconds to go here in the opening frame. They get it inside. Matt Moore goes up with it. He's fouled, and he'll head to the Trey Cut It charity stripe. So Matt Mason will have a couple. First foul issued to Dante Nolan. First one off the mark.
Nolan there was pleading with the official that his hands was up, and the official did the motion, show him he got the body into him, which is what drew the citation.
Tyndall Terrell takes off Nolan. Mason splits the difference. Eagles will inbound under the basket, facing light pressure for now. They're going to play catch with Mayberry in the backcourt. They eventually have to get this ball across the timeline and do. One more pass with numbers now on the floater, up and trying to get the friendly roll, can't get it. Rebound hauled in by Eckel. Eckel, one dribble kick over to the guard, Vaughn. Vaughn brings the ball inside the arc, teases a step back, and now has to reset with 17. They can make this the last possession if they want to, as they go over to Mason. Their leader offensively will start the action at 8, trying to make this the last possession. Driving right to the rack, Euro stepping in the lane, throws one shot up, and he's going to get hit with a travel to take away the bucket and give the Eagles 4.8 seconds. The Eagles trying to have a furious prayer at the end of the shot clock, and they can't get it up. The game clock expires on the first quarter with the Storm leading 13-7. Back after this, Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
Second quarter action about to begin. Eagles trail 13-7. Second quarter by Home Tech Solutions, providing you the best heating and cooling maintenance and solutions for both residential and commercial throughout Oklahoma for over 20 years. Get a free estimate when you give them a call today. The Eagles inbound it, trying to get into an offensive rhythm. It's been hard for them so far. They're trusting Terry at the top of the key to get them into a rhythm. Dribble handoff with their sharpshooter floating in the lane, blocked by Eckel. The rebound by Howard, no good. Howard still hustling forward, his second chance on the possession. They're going to hit him with a travel, though, as he walked his way to cash. Storm bring the ball up with a reserve group in there. Saunders has it, top of the key. Goes over to Mason, and they're going to call a foul on the Storm, who ran through an Eagle player away from the basketball. That'll be the first citation issued to Terrence Pauls. First team foul on the Storm as well. Terrell gets it across the timeline, loses his dribble, double dribble called. And it was a clean call by the officials. A nice outing so far for the Zebras.
Done a very good job so far this afternoon.
7:21 to go in the second frame. Storm looking to pull out their lead. They go to Saunders on the outside, harassed by Howard. Really good defense there from him. Howard watches a backdoor cut go by, and it swirls around the rim, can't find it. Howard still fighting for the rebound. Last touch by the Storm, it goes out of bounds, and the Eagles will have the ball again at the 7:04 mark. Terrell, the lone starter in the game for Eisenhower. Pushes the ball outside to Durham. Durham gets it right back, goes outside to his forward. Williams kicks outside, sees a three, knocks it down. And so Durham Hamilton pulls the Eagles within three on the Trey can cut it Trey ball. Mason across the timeline, dribble handoff in the corner, a dangerous spot could be. Eisenhower's bench going furious, one in the defensive action to get up, and Mason fumbles it away. And so Eisenhower for the first time has some momentum. You can count the spectators on one hand, so the bench's job is to provide some juice for the players on the court. Inbound triggered into Howard. Howard loses it. Eisenhower still scrambling for it. Loose ball foul going to be called on the Storm, tripping up Terrell on the scramble for the basketball. First foul on Fugit, second team foul. 3 more from the Eisenhower Eagles being in the bonus. Eagles with no fouls so far at the 6:27 mark, at least in this frame. Ball loose, out of bounds, poked away by Vaughn. So it disrupts the rhythm of the Eagles, but retains Eisenhower's ball. A 3-point shot away from a tie. Terrell catches it clean, goes right back to Williams. Williams, who hit the triple last possession. Dump off pass down to Howard, who was up strong, can't hit it. Terrell fumbles away the rebound. Storm hit it ahead of themselves, trying to get out in the fast break. No numbers, so they kick it outside to Mason. One extra pass to Vaughn, who thought about a three, thinks better of it. Back over to Mason. Mason right back to the corner shooter for three. Yes, knocks it down. Vaughn on the redirect makes it a 2-possession game. Head-ahead pass to Williams. Williams trying to knife through the lane. Jump stop there, dump off to Howard for the safety net. Power dribble, kick out, thrown away. Stolen away by Tolan. Tolan watches as the Storm lose the basketball in the front court and now kick it outside. They can reset here with Vaughn, who just knocked down a triple to make it a 6-point game. Vaughn is harassed, and it's taken away momentarily by Terrell, and he sees the ball go to the Storm bench. They're going to say last touch by the Storm, by the Eagles. And it'll stay Storm basketball. But hounding defense from Terrell has halted the Storm's offensive groove.
Bench boss Brandon Kephart not too pleased with that call for the Eagles.
It certainly looked like it was going to be Eagle basketball, but the officials thought otherwise, had a better view than we did. Top of the key, it swings. A whole new group in there for the Storm. They're trying to penetrate the Eagle defense inside, loses it on the way there. Kick it back out to the perimeter. Ball still flinging around. Mid-range jumper loaded up, can't knock it down. Rebound still fought for. Last touch by the Storm. It was Fugit who knocked it out of bounds. So Eisenhower 5 minutes to work with before intermission. Brings the ball across the timeline. Throws it ahead to Simpson. Simpson back in there playing with foul trouble. 3 loaded up by Terrell. Yes! Kendall Terrell with the Trey cut it triple has really been all over the floor on both ends for the Eagles. Man down for Eisenhower, so now it's 5-on-4. Fugit drives inside for the floater, left it short. Rebound pulled in by Eisenhower. Here comes Maybury. Maybury down the sideline. Trapped there, has to kick it outside to Simpson. Simpson trapped at the timeline, and now it's going to be a harassing Storm defense that gets a steal now on the fast break. Layup, no good. Mason flies in for a second chance opportunity, no good. Ball still loose and tied up. Possession arrow favors the Storm. It'll stay there. .417 as a Storm inbound from below the bucket. They get it inside. Fugit goes up with it, knocks it down on the nice baseline out of bounds play. Terrell brings the ball across the timeline, gets a high ball screen. Now going to turn the corner on the big fella, but lost his footing. They're going to call the Storm for a foul. That's going to be Weir. He didn't do much wrong there, but still has a second foul. 3 against the Storm as the team. Terrell just storms down the floor, tried to dump it off to Simpson, but the exchange was muffed. Storm skip pass to the outside. Howland goes over to Jang. Jang right through the lane, high gather, lost it on the way up. Swatted out of bounds by Eisenhower. Into the corner, Fugit, ball fake, now throws it over to Mason for 3. Mason knocks it down. The Trey can cut it triple, sparks a timeout on the floor. We take it with him as Harlan gets on the board. We're back on the Oklahoma Sports Network after the 32nd timeout. The Eagles trying to get composed. Not much doing here in the second frame except for turnovers as Mason gets another. Mason now tripped up, but he gets through the carnage and lays it in. So just like that, the Storm have their biggest lead of the night. It's up to double figures. First time either side has swelled a lead this large. Dribble handoff taken away. Howland gets the steal. Now he'll hit it ahead, and it'll be Jang to recover. Jang throws it away, stolen away by Simpson. Simpson now going to loft it ahead to Mayberry. Mayberry racing down the floor, dump off pass one more off the glass and good. As he was able to find Durham. So the Eagles stop the bleeding momentarily at the 2:57 mark here of the second quarter. Mason directs traffic, wants a screen from Fugit, rejects it, goes to the corner to Jang. Jang going to drive through the paint, kick outside Fugit for 3. Lines it up, can't knock it down. Rebound, wrestled for on the baseline. It's going to be Eisenhower ball, despite Mayberry having his paws on it on the baseline. So Eisenhower with a pseudo-hockey line change. Hamilton, the newbie on the floor, will inbound from below the bucket. Accompanied by Terrell, Nolan, Simpson, and Howard. Simpson has it. Now he's going to drive, turn the corner on the big fella, reverse layup, good.
Nifty finish right there.
He saw the mismatch and took advantage. Now he's going to have to defend the bigger fella, who kicks the ball out to the outside. Mason gets it right back inside, denied, taken away. Terrell with the steal. He goes ahead. He's going to find Hamilton, who's going to float it up and in. Hamilton and the Furious Eagles with a 4-0 run spark a timeout from the Storm. We'll take it with them.
Floor.
Storm inbound it with 2 minutes to go. A 4-0 Eagle run caused them to call a timeout. Eisenhower's already used one as well. A reverse layup from Fugit's good, or Waller, I should say, as the nice pass from Mason set that up. Eisenhower gets it across the timeline with Terrell. Terrell picks up his dribble, goes right back outside the Hamilton. Hamilton tees the dribble handoff, keeps it himself, now flings it outside to Simpson. Simpson trying to find a crease, now goes to Terrell on the cut. Terrell floater in the lane, no good. Backs away his own miss. Eventually it does find the hands of Waller. Waller outside to Jang. Jang coming down the floor, right through the lane, ball taken away. Hamilton on the steal, now looks up the floor, trying to find any sort of crease, goes inside to Howard. Howard blocked, follow up by Simpson, no good. And the third chance by Hamilton on the floater, no good. Eisenhower wrestling for a fourth opportunity, but it's taken away by Mason. The jump ball will be called, and it will stay Eisenhower basketball in the possession now.
Once again, seeing both teams driven the story of this game has been second chance points and crashing hard to the offensive boards.
Nolan trying to inbound it, gets it in. He's trapped in the corner as Simpson. Simpson evades the defense and gets fouled on the way up.
Nolan seems shaken up, got hit in the face before the start of that inbounding sequence and never really recovered throughout.
And so Terrell's going to be walked over to the sideline. Met by the Eagle bench boss as he's taken off the floor. Mayberry back in to take his place. First foul on Jang. .60 seconds to go before intermission. First attempt up and good. At the Trey can cut it charity stripe. Second one, good as well. A perfect trip for Simpson. 4-point game. Mason has it now across the timeline into the corner. Going to swing the ball around the perimeter. Waller trying to go back to Mason and airmails him. If only Mason was 7'2", it would have been caught. 51 seconds to go. Ball finds Hamilton again. Hamilton across the timeline. Crossover move on Mason, trying to break him down. Gets past him and goes to the corner. Here's a three loaded up by Simpson. He knocks it down. The Trey can cut it triple, keeping the Eagles within striking distance. It's a 1-point game with 35 ticks to go. Mason finds Waller. Waller working on the much smaller defender, but Simpson playing up under the big man. He can't have any leverage. Here comes Mason to the corner. Thought about a three. Now will drive on the pump fake. Kick it back outside for a clean look. And the Storm retaliate with a triple of their own. It's Rex Tolan who knocks down the Trey can cut it triple, brings it back to a 4-point game. Eisenhower down the floor, spin move in the lane, no good, too strong off the glass. But Howard keeps fighting for it, gets the Eagles another chance. Here's a three loaded up, can't fall. Howard still wrestling for the basketball on the ground, and no call yet as the ball's still on the deck. And that is how the first half expires, with the Eagles down by 4. Second half action on the Oklahoma Sports Network after this.
Are you ready for a debit card? Well, this card is more than you may realize. It's a reward-earning, style-affirming, money-managing, do-it-all debit card, like a key to the world. It's the Pay Me debit card from Communication Federal. Our Pay Me account pays you real cash that adds up fast, earning rewards when you use your card. So get a free Pay Me debit card today. It's secure shopping and payment power online or in stores. Sounds like you're ready. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. Our services are for everybody, from small businesses to contractors to construction companies and everyone in between. We are a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. We're Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
Arrow Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Arrow Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Paris Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages. The food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
Storm inbound to start the second half as Mason tosses up a layup and it goes in. So Storm pick up where they left off in the first half with Mason leading the charge offensively. Terrell back in the contest after leaving this first half early. Goes over to Simpson for three. He lines it up, can't knock it down. Howard scrapping for a rebound, can't get it to go. Terrell watches as the Storm poke it out of bounds, and it will stay Eagle basketball. Inbound coming from Simpson. He triggers it in. Back over to Nolan. Nolan right back to Simpson. Simpson baseline layup, up and good on the friendly roll. Nolan shows pressure along with Simpson in the backcourt. Simpson applying it to the ball right now. Waller hits it ahead, finds Howland. Howland watches over to Jang. Jang back to Mason. Mason now going to drive. Wants a screen, can't get it. Now going to dump it off to Fugit instead. Fugit reverses back over to Waller. Waller goes in the paint, goes right back to Fugit, trying for the reverse layup. Instead, a foul going to be called on Howard. Second foul call on Howard. First free throw up and good at the Trey Cut It charity stripe. Scan the QR code to book your appointment today. Why haven't you let Trey cut it yet? With an appointment, you avoid disappointment. 7:05 to go in the third quarter. Second one up and good. 7:05 to go in the third frame. Terrell has it. Hits it ahead to Howard. Howard across the timeline. The big fella goes back to Terrell. Terrell now going to duck his head, go in the lane for a floater off the glass and good. Howard applies pressure up front. Gets it right back to him. A charge tried to be taken by the Eagles. Nothing called there. Rebound pulled in and fouled on Howard for his third. So they'll quickly have to take Howard off the floor in foul trouble at 6:36, you'd imagine. First free throw, no good, back iron. And there he goes. So J.G. Williams comes in. And J.J. has played a solid role off the bench for the Eagles. He'll inbound the ball after the made free throw. And now controls it in the backcourt. Goes over to Terrell. Terrell in trouble in the corner. Now evades the defender. Gets right to the lane for another floater. No good. Head-ahead pass to Jang. Jang flies up the floor. Jump stop jumper shakes Simpson, and he knocks down the mid-range jumper. (35-28). Eisenhower trying to string together some stops and scores. Nothing doing so far, and Mason bats the ball out of bounds away from Terrell. So Nolan will inbound. Goes to Mayberry. Mayberry eyeing a long three. Goes over to Terrell instead. Terrell, jump stop elbow jumper. Yes. All Terrell so far offensively for the Eagles. They hit ahead to the corner for three. They're going to line it up, knock it down. The Storm hit a Trey can cut it triple from Tolan. And they're up by 8. Terrell has the ball right back. Now goes to the corner. Going to launch a three after the hesitation. Can't fall. Rebound pulled in by Mason. Mason within the trees now. Dumps it over to Tolan, who just hit a triple. Tolan across the timeline. Sets up the offense with Mason. Mason directs Jane to come get the basketball. Jane barks out the orders. Goes to Waller. Waller inside Mason. Mason low block turnaround jumper. No good. Pulled the string. His own miss is up and good after swirling around the rim to extend the lead back out to 10. Second time that the Storm have led by double figures. This one thrown away. Rejected by Howland. Back up to Mason. Mason spin moving the lane on Simpson off the glass and good. Eisenhower calls a timeout. We take it with him. Eisenhower inbounds after the timeout, which saw the Storm grow a 12-point lead. As Mayberry across the timeline goes over to Terrell. Terrell jump stop three-pointer loaded up. Can't knock it down. Simpson on the miss. Power dribble goes up, gets it stripped, taken away by the Storm. Storm on the baseline step out of bounds, but the foul called first on Simpson. Not good for the Eagles. Simpson in foul trouble in the first half. And now a citation at the 4:43 mark here in the second. Here to start the third quarter of the second half.
Be the third citation on Simpson.
Third on Simpson, third on the Eagles. Inbound to Mason at the top of the key. Mason goes over to Rowland. Rowland back to Waller. Waller going to take it himself down to the low post as it stripped away. Goes inside to Mason, who thought about popping it back out to Waller. And now does go skip past to Howland. Howland for three off the front iron, no good. Rebound trying to be fought for. Eagles save it for a moment, and a foul going to be called on Waller. So he's got multiple fouls now as well. Just the first foul on the Storm, though. They've evaded foul trouble as a team. Third foul on Waller. Eagles in no threat of getting into the bonus. Skip over to Mayberry for three. Loads it up. Can't knock it down. Flung it up there. And needed a prayer. Jang across the timeline. Crossover move trying to get inside. Goes to the corner. Tolan thought about a three. Sidestep back to Jang. Jang corner three loaded up. Can't fall. Rebound pulled in by Rowland off the glass and good. And so Tolan has 5 points here in the second half to add to his first half total. And it's a 14-point lead for the Storm. Eisenhower really struggling offensively. Terrell going to try to stop that at the nail with a jumper and does. Every point so far from Terrell in the second half. But it's all Storm. Storm going to load up a three with the big fella. The stretch five knocks it down. Saunders, the biggest player on the floor, also has the shooting touch.
Looking like Bo Cruz out there.
Crossover move from the Eagles as it taken away. Simpson lost it. Jang right at the rack, and he's met there with a lot of contact. And another foul on Cliff Mayberry. Another foul on the Eagles. That's their team fourth. It'll be free throws on the shooting foul. First foul on Mayberry. And so now you'll see Jang go to the Trey cut it charity stripe. First shot attempt up and good. Trying for the perfect trip where you can get the perfect cut. Trey can cut it. You can scan the QR code and book your appointment with Trey Can Cut It. Why haven't you let Trey cut it? That's the question that I'm asking you.
Why haven't you?
I get it cut every week there at Trey Can Cut It. Usually on Mondays if you ever want to come meet me down there, where appointments prevent disasters. Second attempt good, a perfect trip for Jang, 49-32, the lead stretched out. Storm cruising right now in the second half towards a win. Terrell trying to continue to stop the bleeding offensively, pulled the string on that one. It rattles away and gets pulled in by Saunders. Jang now controls the ball, harassed by Terrell. Howard out on the perimeter instead. Howard, the big fella, able to defend on an island and down low. Terrell gets knocked down. They're going to call him for a travel as the feet got tangled, and it caused a citation for those two. Dump off down low. Howard on the layup, no good. It was a fancy pass from Terrell to get it down there, but they couldn't convert the clean look. Mason walking his way in the paint, now kicks it out. Tolan thought about a three. Now sidestep goes inside to Mason. Mason finds him on the give and go down low. Can't hit the layup. Mason still scrambling for the third chance. It's taken away by the Eagles. It's Mayberry. Mayberry down the floor. Eagles have numbers. Terrell pushing hard. Goes up over Sanders, but a charge called first. And so Terrell has his foul there. Saunders stood in and sacrificed his body at the 2:02 mark.
Just a gritty, sneaky, athletic blue guy type of play right there from Saunders. Guy you love to have on your team.
Terrell's first citation, fifth on the Eagles. Every foul the rest of the way will send the Storm to the free throw line here in the third. Vaughn has it now across the timeline. Sporadic starters mixed in with the bench. As Vaughn goes to the post, he's going to be hacked. So the second foul will come for Mayberry, but it'll be free throws for Vaughn. Vaughn going for the half-century mark at the free throw line right now. Trey can cut it charity strike. Why haven't you let Trey cut it? We'll never know. Misses the first. But you can fix that and repent by scanning the QR code and booking your appointment today, where appointments prevent disappointment. Second one up, no good. Empty trip to the line. Howard watches as his fellow postman Williams pulls down the rebound. Terrell has it, swings it, and takes the eye off the basketball. Did Durham before hauling it in. It would have been a clean opportunity for a three instead of turnover. Durham yanked off the floor. Hamilton replaces him. Hamilton, Mayberry, Howard, Williams, and Terrell on the floor. Terrell shows light pressure in the backcourt on Jang, just shadowing him down the floor. He's came up with a couple of steals already tonight. Terrell watches as Jang goes to work at the top of the key. Goes inside Saunders, turn around top of the key. Flustered by Howard. Howard tries to get a steal, gets his hand caught in the cookie jar, ripped away by Saunders. Saunders now with leverage, kicks it back outside to Vaughn. Vaughn will reset. $1:16 to go. Vaughn gets a screen from Saunders, now drives inside, kick to the corner, one more pass out to Jang. Jang, jump stop jumper, mid-ranger, no good. Tap out rebound from Vaughn goes to Jang. Jang flips it over to Saunders. Saunders right back to Tolan. Tolan for three, no. Rebound pulled down by the Eagles. Eisenhower gets fouled in the act, trying to push the pace. A transition foul by the Storm, trying to prevent the fast break, and they do. Second foul call on Terrence Pauls.
Still a long way to the bonus for the Eagles here with only a minute left in the quarter.
And barring a disaster for the Storm, they're going to evade this frame without getting put in the bonus. The Eagles are only 2 fouls on the Storm so far. Terrell top of the key. They play catcher on the perimeter. A long-distance triple from Mayberry offline. Never had a chance. Rebound pulled in by Pauls. Pauls controls it. Going to pull it across the timeline against Terrell. Terrell watches as the ball gets passed over to Saunders. Saunders skips around to Eckel. Eckel now going to drive, jump stop, jumper up and go. Nothing but nylon for Eckel. And the Storm have controlled this game in the second half. Biggest lead of the night. You can say that after every Storm bucket as the Eagles can't find the bottom of the net. Here's another long triple from Mayberry, and it rattles home. Santa Claus came early for Mayberry, knocking that ball in from the North Pole as the rim rattled home. This one taken away by Terrell, just harassing Pauls, and then Saunders gives away a foul with no threat of the bonus to stop Terrell on the fast break. The runaway train now gets 2 points taken away, which would have been easy. And instead, it'll be 1.7 seconds to work with as the Eagles will inbound it, triggered by Howard. Second foul on Saunders. Inbound, turnaround three, no good, as the Eagles almost found the bottom of the net from J.J. Williams, but instead they trail 51-35 with just one frame to play.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Payment Berries team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Here at Carpet One, we have a great selection of carpet, hardwood, vinyl, tile, laminate, and area rugs. With all this, you're sure to find exactly what you want for your home. Come browse our exclusive selection or give Carpet One at Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Final 8 minutes on the clock. The Storm have raced out to a 51-35 lead. Damage done in the second half as the third quarter was all Storm. Eagles will start with the basketball. Terrell going to walk over and inbound the basketball. At least it's going to be him to receive it from Mayberry. He's in the backcourt, gets it from Mayberry. Terrell walks the ball across the timeline. Mayberry not shy to shoot triples. He's camped out at the corner three-point spot. Now goes over. Williams launches one. Can't find the bottom of the net. Rebound pulled down by Eckel. Eckel starts the Storm. Offensive possession goes over to Vaughn. Vaughn bumped by Terrell. Another foul called on him.
Just a second on Terrell here, so not in foul trouble.
Inbound to Tolan, quick fire three. Yes, rattles in on the Trey Credit triple. And the Storm continue their dominating efforts here in the second half. You can put the kids to bed in this game, but we'll still have a couple more for you at the nightcap edition, which is the semifinals. Terrell jump stop mid-ranger, no. Rebound pulled in by Eckel. Eckel hits it ahead to Tolan. Tolan across the timeline, surveys the court. He just hit a triple, now goes over to Pauls. Pauls finds Eckel. Eckel way far away from the basket, not a comfortable spot for him. Dumps it down low to Saunders. Saunders harassed by Howard. Saunders now going to work. Turnaround hook shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Williams. Williams hits over to Mayberry, up ahead to Taylor. Terrell, I should say, will go back to Mayberry, who thought about a long-distance three. Instead, it's going to be a more comfortable look for Taylor, who goes back to Mayberry, launches an NBA three. He's only hit one tonight, can't hit two. Rebound pulled down by Eisenhower. Williams goes inside to Howard. Howard gets it back out to Williams. And that's where the Eagles will reset, going right into the paint. Almost threw it away, but Mayberry there to collect it. Timeout Eisenhower, as that possession was going nowhere fast. Back after this, Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs, we make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives.
Clothes nowadays are so expensive. And no matter how good a sale is, you still walk out spending hundreds on barely anything. Goodwill is the place to go. We have a wide variety of affordable clothing for all ages. To help you save, we have weekly specials from half off to 99-cent items. Make sure to check out our colors of the week before you start shopping to get more for less. Save at your local Goodwill today.
Inbound goes over to Terrell. Terrell finds Mayberry. Mayberry back to Terrell, playing catches. Terrell launches a mid-range jumper, catches it home. So the timeout works wonders for Eisenhower. They couldn't find to the bottom of the net until that timeout calls over for Terrell in the corner for Storm. Storm gets it back outside, thought about a three, now drives in the paint, all freed up, all alone, and hits the mid-range jumper. So Harlan, not the one you want to leave alone in the paint. He cashes that home. 6 minutes on the clock in the fourth quarter. It's all academic here. Eisenhower looking for momentum for tomorrow's 7th place game as Terrell launches the three-point shot. It cashes home. The Trey can cut it triple as Terrell's been the lone shining star for the Eagles so far. Saunders has it like a deer in headlights around the timelines, looking for a guard to give it to. He's denied. Paul now has it. Switched on to Mayberry. Saunders switched on to Simpson. They don't get the ball to him yet. They jump out and try to trap Pauls, but it eventually finds the corner now with a low post. Kick outside, very clean look for Harlan for three, and he front irons it. Rebound pulled down, fired ahead to Terrell. Terrell with a swim move, now only has 2 to go. Dump it off to Simpson. Simpson has it in the corner, and he evades traffic and gets the layup in. It's been the Simpson and Terrell show tonight for Eisenhower. But Simpson has been in foul trouble the majority of the night. Saunders has it and almost throws it away. And they try to throw it off Terrell to retain possession and do. Nolan checks back in, takes off Mayberry. The willing shooter will head to the bench. Harlan to inbound. Goes to Fugit. Fugit over to Mason. Mason, the best offensive player on the floor for either side. Waller goes inside Fugit. Fugit right back out to him. One dribbles turnaround, goes for the cutting Jang off to nice cut by him, sets up an easy layup, and he pours it in. Nolan picked up his dribble, now needs help. Goes over to Terrell across the timeline. Terrell almost loses it. Now dancing with the big fella on the island. Goes over to Nolan to the corner for three. Simpson loads it up. Can't knock it down. Too short. Simpson battled for the rebound, but knocked it out of bounds, and it will stay Storm basketball despite his pleas. Jang races the ball down the floor. Now it's an artificial transition opportunity for Waller, who misses it. Mason on the follow-up is good. So the offensive rebound gives the Storm 60 points to the Eagles 42. Williams thought about a step back, now surveys the floor. Pressure comes late, taken away. Mason's all alone, tracked down by Terrell, takes away the transition opportunity, but Waller on the cut, runs the floor hard and gets an easy deuce. Williams kicks over to Terrell, thought about a three, now will drive after getting Fugit in the air. Dump off pass not there. Simpson watches as Williams sees the three rattle out halfway home but couldn't get down. And now Waller will take up the floor himself. The Storm trusting their big men to go to work, and he goes coast to coast on the Euro step finish. .320 to go, all academic from here, as Vaughn will watch Nolan go inside. Nolan rejected. Waller outlet pass ahead to Mason. Mason alone for the finger roll, and he converts on the fast break bucket. Timeout on the floor, and we'll take it with him.
At Miller Noble Heating and Air Conditioning, we offer preventive maintenance agreements, summer tune-ups, and service calls. During the summer, when your air conditioner breaks, you have to give us a call. Well, with preventive maintenance agreements, it prevents that. We go out, service the air conditioners, and prep them so they don't fail on you in the peak time of the year. The U.S. Department of Energy states that you can save up to 30% of your utility bill by having your system properly maintained.
Favorites for just $7 each? That's crazy. Or am I crazy?
Seeing sevens? It's a sign to order from Pizza Hut's $7 Deal Lovers menu.
This holiday, she's not settling for anything less than the Triple Treat Box from Pizza Hut. Featuring pizza, breadsticks, and dessert, starting at $19.99.
It's a good deal, bro.
Get the holidays delivered with Pizza Hut.
.309 to go in the fourth quarter. Eisenhower just burned a timeout on a lap-sided affair. Terrell across the timeline. Swings the ball around the perimeter. Gets it down low to Simpson. Simpson turns to the corner. Goes for a finger roll. Rejected. A nice block by Fugit, who now has the basketball, and hits ahead to Waller. Waller races down the floor. Nobody there for transition opportunities. And so they have to set up their half-court offense, which has been successful with Jang. So Jang pulls it out. He's got Harlan and Eckel. Both have knocked down triples. Jang, though, still trying to work. And he goes himself to the rack, kicks it outside, and he's going to launch a three. Harlan can't hit it. Jang on the miss with the mid-range jumper, no. And Eisenhower trying for the rebound. Eventually they get it, and there they go down the floor. Durham trying to knife his way to the rim and left it short. Rebound pulled down eventually by Fugit. Fugit goes outside to Jang. Jang over to Waller. And so Waller will dance with Simpson. And throws it away, but Eisenhower cannot collect it. And instead it goes out of bounds to the Storm bench. OKC will retain possession. Eisenhower will go 0 for 2 so far on the third annual Great Plains Invitational. The Storm 1-1. Gonna launch a three. Eckel from 2 feet behind the line, no good. That got the bench excited. Up ahead of Durham. Durham, one dribble, low block, pushed out by Eckel. Terrell goes inside the arc for a mid-range jumper. It's good as Fugit overran the closeout. So Terrell knocks down the practice shot. There goes Fugit into the corner. As Harlan has it. Harlan swings it around to Jang. Jang calls for Fugit. Fugit back to Harlan, who thought about a three. He's contested by Durham. Goes over to Waller instead. Waller trying to get to the rack. He's bumped and on the floor. They're going to call the foul with a $1:18 to go. Tune back in tonight, starting with the semifinal round. Newcastle and Memorial play at 6. And then Lawton High takes on MacArthur at 7:30. Each team's of those vying for a spot in the championship game. Inside to Jang, goes one more to Harlan. Harlan in the corner, trapped there, goes back out to Jang. Jang shuffled the feet, and it'll be a traveling violation as Northwest Classen and U.S. Grant already spilling onto the floor, waiting their opportunity. Launches a mid-range jumper, cashes at home. The Eagles get a couple buckets from Cliff Mayberry in this game. Mayberry now applying pressure in the backcourt. Throwing ahead to Jang. Jang one more to Harlan. Harlan has it. Back to Jang. One more to Waller. Waller swings it into the corner for three. Eckel launches, can't hit, missed everything. Rebound pulled in. Turnaround is good. As Matt Mason re-entered the game and continues to add to his total, he leads all scores. Up ahead to Simpson. Simpson launches up a prayer, but he gets hacked in the act and should head to the Trade Can Cut It charity stripe. Scan the QR code, book your appointment with 32 ticks on the clock. Simpson and Terrell, the two best scores for the Eagles. Simpson can add to his total here, and does. Trying for a perfect trip. Gets it. So Waller will inbound. Goes over to Harlan, who's trapped in the corner, evades the pressure, and now sprints up the floor. One more to Eckel. Eckel gets it to Waller. Waller sees a flashing more in the post. It's taken away. Terrell has the loose ball, and now he's racing down the floor and loses it himself. Jang recovers it. Jang up ahead to Harlan. Harlan now will slow things down with 13 ticks to go. Inside to Waller. Waller one dribble lob up to Mason is rejected by Simpson.
Tried to go Showtime here in the Coliseum. Almost had the connection.
And with all due respect, I don't know that lob had a chance to be completed with Simpson there or not. Would have been the rare Waller to Mason lob. Eckel inbounds to Mason. Mason one more to Eckel, gets it right back in the corner and splashes home a Trey Can Cut It triple as Waller found him. And that three puts an exclamation point on a dominating win for the OKC Storm. And you see a couple of disagreements here from the coaching staffs, and the head coach from Eisenhower didn't want to shake hands, now goes back and retreats on that sentiment as he got into a bit of a spat with the OKC Storm. I imagine not pleased with that last three, as those two have words here, still pointing in the direction of the triple, and they're having a lengthy discussion about this. But Eisenhower has two blowout losses in the tournament, and there was still time on the clock, so the Storm launched the three. Eventually, Eisenhower exits the floor after two blowout defeats for a program that hasn't seen many of them. Anyway, semifinal action coming up tonight on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Until then, be good and be good to one another.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.